Hello, everyone. I don't know what's going on with my phone. It's getting through some weird stuff. I'm over at Starbucks coffee and everything else. You got the across the street here. We have the Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf. Directly across the street, we have Jack in the Box. They have coffee. They have coffee at the Italian spot there. Lots of coffee everywhere. We have coffee. Don't cough, because you might have COVID. But we have a lot of these places. But this video is just a bonus video. It's not really anything I really thought of more than the fact that I was wondering. Don't forget to subscribe, please, like and share. I did lose over 300 subscribers. According to YouTube, that's not that bad for the channel my size to lose 300. That means there's 300 bots on there, or people that were paid a few pennies to subscribe. If they're paid like 3 cents to subscribe to my channel and they never do anything on there, they never watch a video, they never share a video, they never like a video, they never watch a second. If they watch a video for 5 seconds, they don't go and watch another one. They have no, and the algorithm, I think, picks that up. So they're not necessarily called a bot. Those are row bots. Take away the row, you gotta go. But yeah, so they do that. They don't have. They're not actually a bot, but they work with these big farms. People call them bot farms, but they're not really a bot farm. These are actually people punching in themselves on these big panels of phones, and they just press subscribe all the way down. So I don't know if it's really called bots. Are they just bots or inactive members? They're fake because they're being paid like 2 pennies, 3 pennies to join to subscribe to your channel, and they'll do nothing else. But I did lose 300. They said that percentage at 14,000. I think I had 14,300. No, I had more than that because I'm still over 14,000. Like 14,000, maybe about almost 400, I guess. At the time, I lost those, and I'm gradually bringing them back up. So I need to get some good content and some good folks like you to please subscribe if you haven't already. If you have already subscribed, please like and please share the video, comment down below, because that will also help. And also, if you're sharing the video, other people might see it, they may subscribe, and I may eventually recoup that 300. Because to me, I hate that, because you want to go this way, and then all of a sudden you're going, whoop, and then up a little bit. So it's kind of like a big old graph they show. But you can definitely see that big dip I took. I said that that YouTube gave me a Christmas present, so it must be right before Christmas. But this video, I'm gonna call it something like, did Kamala want to come to work today? Or did Kamala, wake up Kamala, you gotta go to work today. She doesn't want to. She does not want to go and have to sit there and listen to everybody yay and nay and give their comments to certify the election that she lost. And it's not the first time it's happened. There's been other vice presidents of an incumbent that ran and they lost, and they were still the vice president, so they had to certify that election. Gore had to certify the election, so it's not only this one time. It's not like that historical. But this was a weird election series. We had a president that was forced to remove himself. They said, hey, you got to go, or we're going to make you go, Joe. Hey, Joe, you got to go. Or do you want us to help you go? Got to go. And they're saying now that Obama did not want it to be Harris. I don't know if he wanted it to be Michelle, but he did not want it to be Kamala. Pelosi did not want it to be Kamala. They wanted to have a primary. But they said the only problem if they had a primary and she didn't win to become the candidate, all that money in that Biden-Harris coffer, over $1 billion, they were going to lose that money. That money was no longer going to be there for them. They needed more than that, I guess, because they got smoked. They got the big spank. Kamala's still going, ow, what happened? You got spanked, honey. You got spanked. You fell on your coconut. You fell on the coconut tree on your head, and you got a spanking. And Walls was dancing with his happy hands, and he got a spanking, and his wife was turning the page. She got a spanking. They just lined them all up in a big old spank tunnel, and all the frat boys were smacking them with boat oars, I guess. I don't know. But they got a severe spanking. You can hear a kid, he's crying because he would prefer to have a chocolate chip coffee versus the one that's on sale, the peppermint one, whatever. You know how loud they are. I think they're so spoiled. They're in the drive. They don't get out to go in. There are a lot of spoiled children here. They say USC stands for You Spoiled Children because you got to be real rich to go to USC. But anyway, do you think she had trouble getting up today? Did Kamala have trouble getting up to go to work today? I don't think she's too happy. Will we have another riot? I hope not. Will there be a riot that got out of control this time? Or will they just say it was a peaceful protest for the most part? And so they said, they're actually saying that about the Black Lives Matter and the Antifa and where they're burning down the city there. So it was mostly a peaceful protest. No, that was, if your house is on fire and your kids are in the house and your dog is killed in the fire, you're not going to consider that peaceful. You got to look at it from the perspective of you. If you were living through all that in Portland, Oregon or whatever, and they're taking over the city and say we're not going to have any police and defund the police, and then they set your business on fire and they shoot at you and they do all that, you can't open your business to make some money because people can't get there because of all that's going on. There's fires everywhere. You're not going to consider that a peaceful, mostly peaceful protest that got out of hand. It's not even got out of hand, just for the most part, a peaceful protest. No, it was not. So anyway, Kamala Harris, Kamala, coconut tree, Miss, born into a middle-class family, Miss, I am black, Miss, I never saw anything wrong with Joe. He was the sharpest man in the room. If he was the sharpest man in the room, like she said, what about the rest of them? You know? And they're saying that the reason they had to tell Joe he has to go is because we all saw for the first time what they saw for 3.5 years, what they've been seeing for 3.5 years. We saw it that night on the debate stage. We never saw that before. We thought that Joe was just as sharp as he was when he was 25 years old, 30 years old. But they're saying now, even if Joe is 35 or 45 or 50, it doesn't matter because he's so out of touch with what we want to have happen in the United States. 90% of the counties turned to went right wing, became conservatives counties in the United States since the last election series. They flipped a lot of stuff. We just don't want Joe Biden, and we just don't want Kamala Harris. We don't want them. And I think now most of the Democrats are at peace that the best decision was made. Maybe they're not too happy about Trump, and maybe for them it's choosing the lesser of two evils, but they now know Kamala Harris would be worse than Donald Trump. And Walz would be worse than Vance. So I think they're at peace now. Bring home the hostages. Let's seal up that border. Let's fix that economy, and we'll be all good. It's all good. I'm good. It's all good. We'll be good. We'll be all good. Are you excited that today they're going to say, "Yep, Trump, you're the president"? Are you excited for that? The 20th. We are very excited about the 20th. We just said, let's get them out of there. You know, let's just. We don't have to call people. What would you like to be called? I can say, "Hello, sir. How are you? Hey, ma'am." We can say, "Merry Christmas" again. Yeah. Remember, Kamala, how dare you say Merry Christmas, or whatever she said. All that nonsense. It was just pure lies. Yeah, it was just all lies. It was all fake. It was all 100% fake. You know, Joe Biden and his old pappy were downtown, and he sees two men kissing, and Joe's dad said, "Love is love, honey. It doesn't matter who you're in love with as long as you have love." That never happened. Not even for a second. All the gays that I know, which is a lot, said, "No way." Because I would walk around maybe West Hollywood, maybe San Francisco, maybe part of, Chicago or Long Beach, California. Then maybe during a pride parade, maybe I'd reach over and give a little peck on the cheek to my boyfriend or my husband and hold hands. I don't do that walking through Beverly Hills or Pasadena, California. I don't do that. To this day, I don't do that. But here he was, when he was, 75 years ago, 72 years ago, let's say, and he saw that never happened. None of that happened. It was all lies. We finally saw through it, and they're gone. Jojo, you got to go, and you're going. Kamala, you never had a chance. But what do you think? Did Kamala have to force herself out of bed today? I bet she did. Don't forget, please subscribe, like, share. What are your comments down there? Maybe we'll make a second poll. Maybe we'll make one about would Biden have won if he'd stayed in. Biden said he would have won. He guarantees us he would have won. But he also guarantees us that he drove a truck, he drove a train across a bridge that had no train tracks. His son is the smartest man he knows. The laptop was Russian disinformation. The Russians found a guy that looked like Biden. They got Joe Biden, Hunter Biden. They typed a bunch of stuff into his laptop. They had this drug addict that looked like Hunter Biden take it to the computer store and not pick it up. The Russians did all that. Yeah, no one believed that either. Take care, everyone. Have a great day.